had an opportunity recently. Dr. French indicated that I was a regent of Morgan State University, and I chaired the search committee for the president at Morgan State University. And he was due to come in, and I had just finished reading The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. And I said, you've got to read this book. Now, he's not a science type. And so the first thing is, you say, okay. But he did. And he was excited about it as I was, which is really the interesting thing. Non-scientists get really excited about it. Okay, and so what he did was to declare that was going to be his inaugural book, that he wanted all the students on campus and the faculty and all to read this book. And it was part of his symposium that for that week, his inaugural week, he had the philosophy department, who was a little kind of put out at first that in fact that he would have a science book. This philosophy department professor ended up as the chair of the committee to do the session around ethics, medical ethics, and health disparities. She was so excited by the book. But the most touching moment for me was they asked me if I would be the luncheon speaker. And they asked if I would try to convey to the people who were there a sense of the importance, the scientific importance of Henrietta Lacks' contribution. I thought, okay, this is going to be interesting because the people who are here are not bio people. I knew that with regard to the luncheon. And so I did something that I am wont to do. I started back in first principles, and I called it Bio 001. The biology you should have understood if you had been paying attention and not sleeping in class. And went back to the beginning to help the people who were there understand what an amazing contribution that Gila had actually made to science and the advancement of science. The thing that I did not know at the time was that the audience would include members of the Lacks family. They were from Baltimore. And I was so moved by the fact that here is the family basically listening to this idea, to these ideas about how important this was. And one of the things that I pointed out was that the 3 previous Nobel Prizes in physiology or medicine had actually included the use of HeLa cells. It was really interesting, as I said, to see how hard people are willing to work at understanding something that has meaning to them.